student visiting her sister over Christmas break. Phylicia Barnes vanishes. Bombshell tonight after months of searching. Months. In the last hours, the body of a young woman surfaces in the Susquehanna River. Is it 16-year-old Phylicia?
Breaking news. 2 bodies have just been found in the Susquehanna River in Maryland.
Maryland State Police described them only as female and male, both adult size.
She comes up missing.
Both are African American.
It's devastating.
With every body found, the family of Phylicia Barnes is on edge.
Looking for this lady right here.
16-year-old Phylicia Simone Barnes.
She left the apartment where she was staying to get something to eat.
Several hours later, her cell phone went dead.
We do suspect some type of foul play.
This girl seemed to vanish into thin air.
No persons of interest.
There's no smoking gun.
No suspects at this point.
At this point, there is no indication of how either person died.
Speculation rampant. Is one of the bodies missing student Phylicia Barnes?
Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. I want to thank you for being with us. Bombshell tonight. After months of searching, in the last hours, the body of a young woman surfaces in the Susquehanna River. Is it 16-year-old Phylicia Barnes? We are taking your calls live. Let's go to the presser. Is that it in the middle? Yes, we are waiting on a live presser, which we're going to take and bring to you live. We see it all set up there. Straight out to Bonnie Drucker, former crime reporter, joining us on the story. Bonnie, what do we know?
Well, we do know, sources are saying that this is in fact the body of Phylicia Barnes. She was found yesterday, and again we are finding out right now that it is the body. I just want to explain something right now. Now, this is Baltimore, and this is the dam. She was found on the north side of the dam, so police are saying that it is impossible that she could have gone through the dam and northward, Nancy.
Hold on, Bonnie. Well, what I'm interpreting what you just said is there's no way that she could have been thrown in water where she went missing and floated to this location because she couldn't get through the dam.
That's exactly what police are saying.
Okay, everyone, we are waiting to go live with the presser. Take a look at this. This 16-year-old girl, a beautiful straight A honor student, goes to visit her sister over Christmas break. She gets there. They're together a few days. She's never seen again. To David Lohr, senior crime reporter with Huffington Post. David, thank you for being with us. What's so odd about this, and we don't know that this is Phylicia. We don't know that right now. But what is extremely odd, David Lohr, is that her body turns up and then another body is found on the other side of the river.
Yeah, that's correct, Nancy. Her body was found yesterday around 7:30 a.m. by some dam workers. Then around 2:30 that afternoon, there was 2 men in a boat. Actually came up on the body of an African-American male. That body also has not been identified, and that body was roughly 4 miles from where Phylicia's body was found.
Hold on, David. Liz, I want to see the water in full. I want to see that dam. Give it to me in full. Everybody, we are taking your calls live. We are taking you live to the scene. A body of a young woman has just been discovered on the north side of this dam. I want to see more shots of the dam, Liz, because what we are learning, if you take a look at the map, there's no way this girl's body, if it is in fact Phylicia Barnes, could have been thrown into a body of water where she went missing and float to this area. To Bernie Reno, senior meteorologist at AccuWeather.com, joining us tonight. Bernie, tell me about the currents and how this could possibly have happened.
Well, the current in the Susquehanna runs north-south across eastern Pennsylvania through towns like Harrisburg on southward. Now, the Susquehanna, Nancy, is running higher than it normally is this time of the year. So the current is a little faster. It is a little stronger. And I do want to point out, once you get north of the Conowingo Dam, where she was found north of that dam, you start running in the area south of Harrisburg, which is less populated. And remember, this the current runs from north to south across central Pennsylvania toward the dam.
With me, Bernie Reyno, senior meteorologist, and joining me right now is a special guest, also taking your calls. Phyllicia's father, Russell Barnes, is with us. We are waiting to take you live to a presser to find out what authorities have to say at this hour. Mr. Barnes, thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Barnes, what are police telling you tonight?
Well, pretty much not anything too much. They had to wait till a lot of things, identification comes back until they let me know that there was Phylicia that was found. As I see that the guys been working on the case, has been really heartbroken. This has touched a lot of people, so this is really a personal, or it's just a lot of touching with everyone in just in this whole country. So we're still not finished. We want to find out what happened with Phylicia. How did she come up at this dam? Who would bring her to this area that she knows nothing about? So that's my heartfelt. And we're going to find out what happened with Phylicia.
Russell Barnes is with us at this very, very difficult time. Mr. Barnes, I want you to know, ever since we heard about Phylicia, it was in the middle, remember, of a blizzard in your area. And, you know, we were trying to get you or her mother to the studio, and her mother braved the elements and got on the airwaves and begged people to help find her daughter.
Yes.
Mr. Barnes, thank you for being with us. What I don't understand, Mr. Barnes, is how she can go visit the sister and then just vanish. What have police said?
We do not know either. There's a lot of answers that we need to find out. Because police didn't know anyone in the area that we know of personally, but the immediate family, and that's where it lies at. We know she had no disgruntled communication against anybody. She's a well-loved individual with everyone.
Well, of course she is. She was just 16 at the time she went missing. Straight A student, absolutely beautiful. And when I spoke to her mother on the phone, you could just tell her mother has poured her whole life into helping Phylicia make good grades, be an athlete, be an honor student. We're going to go live to the presser. Let's go live.
Maryland State Police, Baltimore Police Commissioner Fred BFL, B-E-A-L-E-F-E-L-D. Also on stage will be Lieutenant Colonel Pete Landon, L-A-N-D-O-N, from the Maryland State Police. He's the Chief of the Field Operations Bureau. And Major Ron Cullison, C-U-L-L-I-S-O-N, from the Maryland State Police, who is the Commander of the State Police Criminal Investigation Division. From the Baltimore Police, Lieutenant Commissioner will be Colonel Dean Palmier, P-A-L-M-E-R-E. He's the Chief of Detectives for the Baltimore Police Department. Any questions on spellings or anything?
Can you repeat the last one, please?
Colonel Dean Palmier, P-A-L-M-E-R-E, Chief of Detectives for the Baltimore Police Department. And the first one, please. The first one was Maryland State Police Superintendent Colonel Terrence, T-E-R-R-E-N-C-E, Sheridan, S-H-E-R-I-D-A-N. Good?
Colson.
Who? Cullison? Major Ron Cullison, C-U-L-L-I-S-O-N. He's the Commander of the State Police Criminal Investigation Division. Good? All right, thank you for your patience. Thank you.
We are live in the presser. Let's see what the cops have to say.
Thanks for coming here today. With me, of course, is Mr. Shipley pointed out, is Commissioner Fred BFL, Baltimore Police Department, Colonel Dean Palmer, directly behind me, Chief of Detectives for Baltimore PD, and Major Ron Cullison, Commander of our Criminal Investigation Division for Maryland State Police. And Lieutenant Colonel Pete Landon, our Chief of the Field Operations Bureau. Just after 7:30 yesterday morning, two troopers were crossing the Conowingo Dam on Route 1 when they were flagged down by persons at the dam who indicated there was a body floating in the water of the Susquehanna River. The body was spotted on the Harford County side of the river, and later that morning, about 10 a.m., Natural Resource Police Department officers were able to remove the body of a female from the water. After an on-scene examination by police and forensic investigators, the body was taken to the office of the Chief Medical Examiner in Baltimore City. While the investigation was continuing, another body was reported below the dam, that'd be to the east of the dam, about 3 or 4 miles away. That second body was recovered about 2 p.m. The same day yesterday. These were boaters who spotted that. The Natural Resource Police Department officers recovered that body also. Both bodies were found unclothed. The distance between the locations of the bodies was about 3 to 4 miles. Autopsies were conducted on both bodies today at the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. Doctors used dental records to positively identify the body of 16-year-old Phylicia Barnes this afternoon. The cause and manner of death of Ms. Barnes is still pending. The medical examiner is conducting further tests and forensic examinations. The male has not been identified. His cause and manner of death has not been determined, but the medical examiner has indicated that it is a black male. He's 6'4", 240 pounds. Maryland State Police Homicide Unit investigators notified police throughout the region about the recovered bodies, and we're now working with the Baltimore Police Department homicide detectives and the ongoing investigation they had with Phylicia Barnes. Baltimore police detectives responded to the scene at the Susquehanna River Dam and began working with the Maryland State Police. We are now co-located with the Baltimore Police Department on the 5th floor of their headquarters building in Baltimore. There'll be full cooperation between the departments and the state police homicide investigators and the Baltimore Police Homicide Unit. This is not the first time that we've investigated crimes together, homicides and such. We work in task forces on guns, warrants, and gangs, so there is no concern about us and the cooperation that's going on. Our mission today, of course, is to find out what occurred in these situations with Ms. Barnes and the unidentified male that was recovered at the same time. With that, I'll turn this over to Commissioner Fred Biefeld from the Baltimore Police Department.
Thank you, Colonel Sheridan. First of all, I want to, on behalf not just of the Baltimore City Police Department, but I know I speak for Colonel Sheridan and all of the state of Maryland in extending our deepest condolences to the Salas and Barnes family. All of us, since that fateful day in December, have been praying and hopeful for a different outcome. And unfortunately, we are here today. As you know, from the very beginning, from December 28th of last year, when young Phylicia Barnes went missing in Northwest Baltimore, we've drawn on the resources of federal, state, and local partners to try to bring this case to closure. We've worked closely during that time with the Maryland State Police.
We are bringing you straight back into this live press release. What we know now, this body, identified by dental records, is 16-year-old Phylicia Barnes, along with an unidentified young male.
Conowingo Dam workers spotted the first body in the Susquehanna River. Investigators eventually pulled the woman's body out of the water just north of the dam.
And with every body found, the family of Phylicia Barnes is on edge.
If I find a link to the full presser, if it's uploaded to one of the news sites, I will post it in this video.